Got Chicago. Only way to keep calm is trouble words have a serene mind. Don't let fear pimp your mind. Paul for the penitentiary. Just did a beautiful walk in the snow. And the weatherman said, "Don't go outside. It's snow." And I didn't work through three blizzards. 6 day blizzards. I shoveled. Up and down the stair. We had 1,000 customers on the west side. We delivered papers, and when people don't shovel the snow, it's good for your legs. It gives your calf muscles. So I'm sitting there with 6'11". He said, "I'm glad I showed up because back in the day, a day like today, when it snowed like this, a lot of people made money because the young guys had shovels and they would go out and get the money. But nowadays, nobody want to work. You know what I'm saying? So I'm over here sitting. I had this. I'm with Big Bird, 6'11". He's sitting over here saying, "Hey, Bird, how you doing?"
Hey, how you doing, Mike?
Yeah. I'm glad. He said, "I'm glad I showed up." Cause see, possessions pamper the mind. I mean, it makes the mind weak. Possessions. Sometimes, cars make you weak. I know nowadays guys don't want to go to work because they don't have a car. Their car not working. But see, my parents died. I went to work the next day because, like I say, possession pamper the mind. Privation trains the stringent. So it's the mind and the body. The mind got to be strong. So when it's 20 below zero, I got to be somewhere. I got to stay in action. I rode my bike this morning, half an hour.
I got a cane. I'm holding.
And he's holding. How old are you? How old are you?
I'm 72 years old with a cane. Had a heart attack, but I'm still alive.
It's Big Bird, and he's 6'11". We was at Bulls game, and he's doing fine. He came and you sit down and talk to because sometimes we gotta have somebody to talk to. So weather world like a loose garment. Like I say, if I listen to the meteorologists, they tell you don't go outside. But like I say, they went out there in the 6-day blizzards when I was out there delivering 1,000 customers, and we got down. It's about action, like the Marines say. If it ain't raining, we ain't training. So I stay in action. I keep my body moving. I keep my mind at peace. Weather world like a loose garment. I don't live in fear, because like I say, today, what is obsession? There's a thought that blocks out all other thoughts. Today, the obsession is the weather. They say, don't go outside. It's going to be snow until tomorrow. But
So
I can't control it, so I can't put it in my mind. So I don't live in fear. So we out here, me and Walter, the only one, we don't want out here today, out here in the snow. He showed up to talk. He said, I'm his friend.
I was drunk in this weather.
He said he was drunk in this weather,
Stumbling and fumbling.
Yeah. So, yeah. So we was talking about the ball players back in the day. Remember the day you was talking about Dr. J and them? Where was that Rocket?
Rucker tournament.
Okay, he was in the Rocket. He said he saw some of the best guys that played ball that never made the pros. This is Big Walt right here. He's sitting down there resting his back. Like I say, he's 6'11", so he's got to take it easy today.
I saw a guy jump on the top of the backboard and take a 50-cent piece off. His name was Earl Menengoat. He died of a heart attack.
You heard that?
Earl Menengoat jumped on the top of the backboard and blocked Will Chamberlain's shot in the Rucker basketball team. Blocked Will Chamberlain's hook shot.
Now, how tall was he?
6'4".
He was 6'4".
Jump out the sky.
And he jumped. He blocked Will Chambers.
Yeah, and he told Will Chamberlain, "Welcome to Harlem, motherfucker." Okay. That's what he told Will Chamberlain. That's a true story.
Okay,
I was there.
We can't curse on YouTube.
Okay, well, blot it out.
Okay, we go. Yeah, so we out here. I'm out here. We out. Yeah, because everything.
I thought about that.
Yeah, everything's controlled now. They, certain words they don't want you. They don't want you to.
Even if you keeping it real, you can't.
If you mention God nowadays, people get mad. I got my God mask on, but they're more mad to see.
You gotta make sure you say the person's right name.
I trust in God, I trust in God. I'm trusting now they say the numbers are going down, the COVID numbers are going down, but people down in fentanyl is going up, I mean, and Walter, I was the train is like Sanctuary City now. I was on the train yesterday, guy there smoking weed, it's wild on the trains now. Yeah. It's like Sanctuary City's on the train. They're spending money on road work, on extension of trains and stuff. And the CTA train is like the Wild Wild West. Young guys with pants down, smoking weed, drinking and stuff. I was on the train yesterday. It's like madness.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And in California, Sanctuary City in Los Angeles, they parking on people's lawn with people got $300,000, $400,000 home.
What, the homeless is?
Yeah, the homeless.
Yeah.
And the so-called people who don't have a citizenship, they can't be arrested according to certain democratic cities. One is Los Angeles.
Yeah, so it's a lot of
which making your property value go down.
Yeah.
Your property value go down. You're losing money.
So I'm here with Big Walter, he didn't got, how many degrees you got, Walter?
I have 2 degrees. I have a bachelor's in English literature, and I have a master's degree in psychology counseling.
So he has a master, and he said everywhere he goes, people ask him how tall he is. You know what I'm saying? But he got, his mind, it's all about the mind. See, like I said many years ago, you be in a mansion, blow your brains out.
Sure.
It's not what you possess, who you are, the position you hold, where you're located that makes you happy. Happy is what you think about. It's your
It's
thoughts.
interesting you just said that because a lady who won Miss Universe,
Oh, I heard about
she
it.
just jumped out the window according to the doctors.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
she was an attorney. She
Yeah.
had a nice piece of money,
Yeah.
and she suffered from severe depression.
Yeah, so it's all about the thinking. So that's why I'm glad that I can play a bad hand well, and I can walk in this snowstorm when people, and just keep in action. I can ride my bike. I sweat a half an hour, and I'm happy to be above ground. Me, any day above ground
Yeah.
is a good day, and the sun doesn't have to shine. So I'm glad to be here. I'm down here at the recovery place. Down here sitting with Big Bird. He gonna talk about some of his things he did in life. 'Cause like I say, I ain't gonna talk about, but he took. I ain't gonna mention about. No, I ain't gonna say about.
No, say it. Say it. Keep it chopping it up real. Old school.
Right, I introduced him with a lady of mine. Used to walk around with Dinah. He wound up with the old girl. You remember Dinah?
Oh yeah, I like Dinah.
Don't say that though. Yeah, and she
I'm
lived.
looking for her now. She's a nice woman.
And she lived right across the street from I think it was a Playboy mansion.
I can't say too much.
Yeah,
She was a
watch
nice
him.
woman.
Yeah, watch him out.
She was a nice woman.
Yeah. So yeah, Mike Scott, it's cool to be at Square. The company keep it determined trouble you meet. Paul for the penitentiary. Like I said, don't let fear pimp your mind. And fear is a dark room developing negatives. They tell you it's gonna go on and on. They use fear to control the world. So wear the world like a loose garment. The peace that comes from God, it ain't gonna come from the world, past all understanding. The world can't give it to me, the world can't take it from me. And I'm gonna say this meditation, what Socrates said, because I studied many religions, See, one must worry less about his clothes, hair, and his looks, nurture more his mind and spirit. Great thoughts contain the books. I personally had 2 haircuts in one day, I went to bed, I dreamed about me. And I wore the Italian made since the 40s, call them 40s and the 70s. And I remember flipping credit cards, TW credit, jumping on the jet, talking about the cream always rise at the top. So I had to stay humble so I don't crumble. So I'm over here, met up with Walter, Big Bird, with 3 degrees. We probably go to the convention when they, when they come in town with. So we're gonna sit down and talk to Dr. J or some of those guys that.
Yeah.
So Mike Scott.
I like talking and listening.
Yeah, listening. Okay, it's cool to be at Square. Mike Scott, Chicago.